Hey everyone, Ray here with Rinksworks. Today's project's a little different. We're going to install these collapsible shelves. I put these up in a south-facing window. One for Shopcat here. She likes to look out and have visions of killing birds and squirrels. And it gives her a little bit of a platform. And it's also a place to put plants in the window. Peach tree, not pot. And they're collapsible, so they will stay out of the way if you need them to. So let's put Kitty down here and show you. So they will fold out of the way. So if you want to do something like this, stay tuned and I'll show you how I did it. Okay, so we're going to make a shelf that'll fold down and up against the wall. It could be used for plants or whatever you want, and then it'll fold out of the way when you don't need it. In this case, I'm doing it for some plants and also for my cat who likes to look out the window, but the windowsill is only about that wide, so she kind of balances up there. So I'm using these. They're pretty neat idea. And they lock in place, and then you can fold the shelf down when you're not using it. Now, this piece here is the shelf that I'm going to be using. This will mount on the shelf, and then this will mount on the wall. Now, hopefully the camera shows it, but this is sitting flush on the shelf right now, and if you look at this piece, it's actually over this way a little bit, like that. And the reason being, you can see there's a bigger gap here than there is here, and that's because there's a pin here, or actually a rivet here, and it comes through to this side to hold this in place. It's drilled like that. It's not drilled straight. Any guesses on where this was made? Yeah, you all know. So I will leave a link of where I got these brackets, and I got them from a place that I also don't really like to support, but I did like the idea, and so I went with them. But what will happen once this is screwed to the shelf and is in place, and then this is screwed to the wall, it's not going to close properly. It's going to get hung up because this is not going to have any room for movement. Right now it closes just fine. But because of the way this thing's drilled at an angle, it's going to be a problem. So a couple ways to solve that problem. One would be probably to take this bottom hole and enlarge it, and that would give you some movement on the wall like this. Problem with that is that there's always going to be tension on it. So the way we're going to solve it instead, so what will happen is this piece here will come down and slides over the top of this. And once this is all screwed to the wall and screwed to the shelf, one side is going to hit this here. So we're going to take this, and we're going to bend those in a bit. And that'll allow this to clear once it's all stable against the wall. So again, we'll bend this in, and we'll bend this in a little bit, and that'll allow it to clear. And you'll still hear some rubbing once it gets up there because there's not a lot of clearance, but that's okay because it'll wear in over time. So for now, we're going to mount this to the shelf, and I'll show you how we're going to do that now. Okay, let's mount the bracket to our shelf. So the shelf is melamine. I just bought it. You can buy them anywhere, just about. I just bought it at the local hardware store. Melamine has this white sort of plasticky material. Underneath it is just particle board, so it can be a little bit delicate. So what you want to do is you want to mount the edge of the shelf here that's going to go against the wall with this edge right here. Not this edge, this edge. If you made it flush with this edge here, you run the risk of having the shelf bind up against the wall when you try to open it. But if you mount it here, you'll have just a little gap between the shelf and the wall, but you'll still have plenty of clearance. So this edge here is going to go right against this edge here. And what I did was, I just set this right against this edge. Now I had already drilled these holes, and then after I ran into the problem with this thing folding up, after I mounted it to the wall, I decided to make a video because I thought some people might like to see this and also learn a workaround if they run into the binding problem like I did. So what I found was if you set this in about 1.75 inches, or excuse me, 1.5 inches from the edge, it gives plenty of room for your hand to grab and open those levers. So I just set this at 1.5 inches. I set my square at 1.5 inches. Run that to 1.5 inches, and then make sure that this is butted up right to there like so. Then I just took a Sharpie and I went to the center of each mounting hole and just put a dot. And then these are the screws I'm using. These screws won't go all the way through this, so they'll stop inside and not penetrate the shelf. And to drill those holes, I put a piece of masking tape on my drill as a marker so I know not to go past that. And as long as I don't go past that, I won't drill through the shelf. Hopefully that's all visible. So after I made my marks, I drilled my pilot holes. And now you're ready to install the bracket on the shelf. Now I would not use a power tool to install these screws because of the fact that this is particle board and you can strip it out in a hurry. So I would just, once your holes are drilled, just use a hand screwdriver and drill all your, screw all your screws in. So I'll get the other screw in. Once we get this all tightened up, we'll take it in and mount the shelf. Oh, actually, I'll get those screws in and we'll come right back. I'll show you something else. Okay, we got our mounts on our shelf. And just for your reference, this shelf is 35.5 by 11 3/4 or so. This is just a standard size. You probably get it at Walmart, any of the big box stores. I just got this from the local hardware store, so it's just a standard size. But what I did do now on the other side is I just put some carpet down for, well, I'm making this mostly for my cat, but also for plants. So to keep the shelf from being stained or anything else, if you had water on it, I use these carpet squares. And these I just bought at Walmart. I've had them kicking around the shop for a couple of years actually, from some other project. They're just a little bit wider than this, and 3 of them covered it with a little bit of overhang. And what I would recommend doing is I would take the front of the shelf, which in this case is this side, and I actually didn't do this way, I wish I had. But if you use the front side as your marker, these are just, you just peel off this and they just stick down. But if you use this corner here and use the front, you'll have a nice edge along the front and along this side, and then just put your next 2 in like that. And then to trim it up, now you would be trimming this side. I did mine backwards, not backwards, but I didn't use the front edge, I ended up using the back edge. And you're gonna have this little bit of overhang. Just get yourself a nice, sharp, brand new razor blade. This is the kind of blade that goes into a box cutter. And just angle it just a little bit this way and just start cutting and trimming that off. And then you'll end up with a little bit of overhang over here. Same thing, just trim it off. And you can just kind of saw it like this or draw it this way. and you can trim it nice and smooth. Here's the area I didn't get so good, so you can see how you can just trim it off. So anyway, that's how I put the carpet on. Now let's go install it. I forgot something. Before we go mount this, again, because of these way these brackets aren't built very well, these are going to end up hitting like that. So what I'm going to do is, let me get a pointer, bend this tab and this tab inward. And all I'm going to do is just grab them with, in my case, some channel locks. And I'm just going to bend those in like that a little bit. I'm going to do it on both sides. And then what will happen is, as these come down now, they will be able to clear these. And even if they hit here, this will allow them to get past that point of rubbing and then close properly. So just bend those in a smidge. Okay, so now we're going to install this thing. Now, in my case, I have a really long window, and I decided to break it up into two different shelf sections. So I could have made it to where there was just one shelf or one one section here, but I decided to do it into two parts. So what I have going on is I'm using just some clamps. This side's already been installed, and this side is what we're installing now. So if you were just doing one side, you'd want somebody to probably help you. But what I've done here is I'm using a stand to hold this side up, and I'm using some clamps to hold that side up to the shelf that's already been installed. So let's go under here and take a peek at what we've already got going on. So on this side, we need to install that. And on this side, and this is actually going to be a really good representation of how crappy these brackets really are. So if you can see that this one here is angled this way, and that's because, again, the pins are not correctly aligned. So we'll have to push that over that way if we want the underneath to look good. We're going to screw these to the wall now. Now, this is the bracket that is really off center. So we'll pull this bottom piece to the side to mount it square, or kind of square to this. So these are the kind of anchors you want to use in sheetrock. I'm not hitting any studs here, which is fine. Studs would be better, of course, but this is the kind of sheetrock anchor you want to use. You do not want to use these. These are garbage. They're for very lightweight things, and for the most part, they're not good for sheetrock. So we're going to just screw these in with like deck screws for now, and then we'll drive these in, and then we'll anchor them securely with these and with other screws. What we're going to do is we're going to put a screw in here, and we're just going to put a screw in. It's just sheetrock. Now, this is just temporary. Now, let's see, we're going to try to straighten that bracket out so it doesn't look ridiculous from the bottom. So I'm going to pull this to this side and screw it in. Now we're just getting the holes started. Pull this to the side. This would be much easier if I wasn't using such a long bit, but I was using this because I thought I would need it for up here. Okay, we'll put the screws in the other side the same way, and then we'll take it all back out and we'll put in the anchors. Okay, once you guys your holes started in the wall, whoops, just take it, your bit, your 1/4 inch drive bit, just punch it through the wall. Get that anchor started. Okay, now it's time to put the shelf up. So I'm going to do this by myself. All right, so there we go. Okay, we might have to do a little bit of adjustment, but there it is in a nutshell.